Good evening, everyone. This is Reggie and Nick coming to you live from Detail Gym in Miami Lakes, Florida for tonight's matchup between your Time to Ball Owls and the Atlantis University. Thank you for joining us. See if TTB can, coming off that tough road loss, they can get back on the winning side of the court here against their first college program of the season. This is Atlantis University. We'll be playing their junior varsity program. This is a non-NCAA program, and a lot of these schools don't have the benefit of the red shirt option that a lot of NCAA Division One and Division Two schools use to develop players, and so they have developmental teams or JV teams, and that's what we'll be playing tonight. But of course, these are all recruited players, so anytime we play against a college program, it's a high-level game, and we're looking for a very good competition here tonight. All right, I see the starters out there: Lozier, Castro. Let's see who else is out there. Long is out there, Blackman, and tipping off for the Owls is Gale. I lost a little bit of camera issue there. Didn't see what happened there. What happened there? All right, whatever happened is TTB ball. All right, so that's your starting five for tonight. And here we go. Time ball will inbound. And getting into Gale, Lozier will bring it up and set the half-court offense up. It's out to Long in the wing. Long way up top. Cashman way up top. Backman. He could be moving the ball on the perimeter, looking for some opportunities. Up to Long again. Long. So now Lozier finds a lane. Left hand. I can't get it from the left. With his right hand, actually. That was well executed. They showed their patience, and Lozier had a really nice lane there. A turnover there for Atlantis. Really turnover for them. TB having a rough time in their last game over in Daytona Beach. Just could not find the basket. Here's a little mid-range jump shot by Castro. It's off the mark. Long almost saved that, but the rebound goes over to Atlantis. They'll set up their half-court offense. There's Coach Vadas urging on his defense. There's a switch out to the corner. A near turnover and another turnover for Atlantis. So 2 turnovers in their first 2 possessions. That bodes good for the Owls defense. Again? Okay. Here's a baseline move. Gale back inside, a little too high. Saved by Long. We'll get a chance again at this one. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Out to the corner. Off the mark there. Here comes Atlantis. No score yet in this game. There's a drive to the basket. Offensive rebound and the putback by the Atlantis big man. Here's a 3 by Gale. A tip out by Long. Saves that. Here almost losing that. Now a little bit of trouble. Turnover there. And Atlantis is going to attack. Blocks. Great defense there. Long gets it over to Blackman. I didn't quite get who got that block. Castro will slow things up here. Long gets it out to the corner. Baseline move here. Blackman gets it to go. Nice move there, baseline. Quick move there by Blackman. I Isaiah Blackman, the Texas native from San Antonio. And that ties the game at 2. We are early here in Detail Gym. Here's a reverse and got it to go. Three on the way. Gale can't get that one to go. Long rebound. Goes to Atlantis. And there's the score off that. Atlantis regains the lead here. One-on-one. And he's going to draw the foul. That's the one thing Isaiah Blackman is very good at, is drawing fouls. He gets fouled a lot. He finds those little cracks and crevices and gets between players, and it's just hard to defend that. Lozier drives the basket, right-handed again. This time he got it. That ties the game up at 4. We'll get that score updated on the screen as soon as possible, but should be 4-4 right now. And Blackman fighting off that screen, stay with his man. And we're gonna get a timeout. So Atlantis looks like they call a timeout, 30-second timeout, 11 seconds to shoot they'll have when they get the ball back. And that's actually 6-4 right now. Atlantis in the lead. All right. No subs yet for TTB, I don't think. No subs yet. We're at the 16-minute mark here. It is early in the first half. TTB trails by 2. There's a deep 3 on the way, and they did not get that off in time. So a 30-second violation. TTB doing a good job here defensively. Early have already caused a couple of turnovers, and now a 30-second violation. To the wing, long. Castro, defense closes, goes to the corner, nobody home. And that's a turnover there. I guess he was looking at Gale. Gale was cutting to the basket. And there is the legendary Coach Pete. On the sidelines there for Atlantis, a local legend, both as a player and as a coach. Ooh, a nice elbow jump shot there for Atlantis. Now they have their biggest lead of the game at 4. A little floater, a little short for Long. Gets his own rebound, puts it up again, and misses. A couple of good shots there for Long. Neither one of them falls. So Atlantis right now to extend their lead here. It's 5 minutes gone by here in the first half. Drive to the basket, up. Ball bouncing around. Let's see who ends up with it. And TTB does. Blackman does pass out to Long. Long. An attack now kicks. Swinging in the perimeter. Blackman thought about the 3. Now puts it down. He'll reset. Here's Long. He's got some room there. Gets it out to Castro. Castro lost it. There's Lozier, little floater, and got it to go. Lozier, nice floater there. It's a 2-point game here at 8-6. This is creeping up to be a good game here. We got some defensive chance here in the gym. Here is a deep straightaway 3 off the mark. Nice high rebound there for Gale. Rozier is going to go all the way with the right again. He can't get it to go. Castro puts up a three, and that's off the mark. It's a big 0-4, I guess, two so far in 3 attempts in this game. Something that would be really great if they can get that going. It makes a big difference with everything else. Defense. There's a corner three for Atlantis. That's well off the mark. Yeah, with another rebound, gets it over to Lozier. Lozier into the corner, Long. Long goes baseline. He looked that little, and he gets the foul as well. Well, that is one of his favorite shots. He loves that corner shot, especially that short corner shot. He hits a lot of those. Loves to attack the baseline. And he goes all the way to the basket. He stops at about the 10-foot mark. It's that nice little floater that got it to go there again, and now has a chance to give TTB the lead. If he gets his free throw, I believe that'll be the first lead of the game for the Owls that he misses. So we're still tied up here. 13 minutes to go in this first half. There's a little step back. Off the mark, long rebound. Castro tips it over to Gale. He gives it right back to him. Over to Lozier. Lozier kicks it out to Long. Long pumps, now drives. Long, too strong that time on the little floater. And Atlantis trying to get a transition basket there. TTB does a good job of getting back on defense. Forcing them into their half-court set. Here's a drive to the basket. Up, under, and good. With the left hand there. I believe that's number 15 that scored that basket. Here is a shot and a basket again. That's Castro this time. Another and one. That last basket by Atlantis actually, I believe was by number 15, Drew. But here's Castro. Here's another and one opportunity here to give TTB their first lead of the game, and Castro does. We already talked about in last games what a great free throw shooter he is. He's shooting a very high percentage of free throws this season. So that's the guy you want at the line. So TTB now with their first lead of the game at 11-10 here. We're at the 12.5-minute mark. So we get our first subs of the game. Emmanuel in the game for TTB is a high energy, high motor guy. Make a lot of things happen, particularly on defense. Chestnut also in the game for TTB. Those are the first two subs in. Chestnut, who missed the first couple of games of the season, came in, had a really nice offensive game his first game out. And a nice spark off the bench. Let's see, ball stays with Atlantis here. To the corner, they'll reset. Cut off nicely there by Gale. Good help defense there. And is that another 30-second violation for TTB? That's their second already of the first half. It's tough to get two of those in a game. They got two of those in the first half here already. Let's see now we can extend here. 5-1. This is a tight one and a good one here, folks. Long. Ball out in the perimeter. Rozier. There's some space. TTB's been very patient offensively. Rozier, a little bit of a wild shot that time. Had to rush it with the clock going down. Doesn't get it to go. So now Atlantis comes back with it. Here's a cut to the basket. And that's not a bad foul there by Long to save the easy basket. And that'll take number 40, John Carlos, to the line for Atlantis. Chance to regain the lead here for Atlantis. Gets the first one, ties it up. Subs here for Atlantis. They got number 3 on Anthony in the game. There's a second free throw by Carlos is good as well, so Atlantis retakes the lead here as we're now going back and forth with the lead changes. Nice screen by Gale. Lozier attacks the gap, kicks out. And Long trying to get into. Oh, nice little dish to Emmanuel. Did he get the foul as well? Oh my. That was a nice look by Long and a nice cut to the basket to make Emmanuel here give a chance to give TTB their biggest lead of the game. At only two, he doesn't get it. Long rebound, can he get it again? He did. So another chance here for TTB. Oh, now he loses it. And transition for Atlantis. Whoa, what a hustle there by Gale. Make the block. Atlantis retains possession, but Gale really stopped that transition opportunity here for Atlantis. And now a few misses at the line here for TTB, otherwise they'd have a little bit more of a lead. The game is very tight here. Loose ball ends up in the hands of number 27. That's Jeremy for Atlantis. Jeremy with the ball again. He's got Chestnut on him. Jeremy step back three. That's no good. Gale once again. Boy, Gale all over the boards on this game early on. Oh, you got about 3 or 4 rebounds. Here's Lozier, coast to coast with the left. Lozier gives TTB their biggest lead at 3. And I believe that's the biggest lead of the game for either team. This has been a tight one as we approach the halfway mark of this first half. The drive to the basket, defended well there by Long. He had help from Lozier as well. Here's a shot that's short, but the rebound, and we're going to get fouled. Uh-oh. It's going to be an and one. Lozier's holding his hand. That's a concern there. We do not need that. We're going to get Davidson in the game for him. And let's hope he's going to be okay. It seems like he's holding his wrist. Not sure what it is, but let's hope he gets back in this game quick. That was the shot. I didn't see who made that for Atlantis. It's Castro. Got pressure up on Castro. Gale thought about the three. Now he's going to drive. Puts it off the glass. And Gale making the impact felt here. And the foul as well. That's the third and one here. Opportunity for TTB, but they haven't been able to cash in on the first two. Let's see if Gale can do that. He doesn't. And Castro stays that, but to the Atlantis player, so Atlantis will bring it up. We're all tied up at 15. Here's a drive to the basket, and good. Did that drive. Was trying to get his jersey number. Give the Atlantis player his due credit. Here's Castro trying to get him the Chestnut, cutting to the basket. It's knocked away. Good defense there. Loose ball was picked up by Castro. Kicks it out. Here's a good look for Gale. A little short that time. Davidson with a rebound. Loose ball now. And this has to be a jump ball. No whistle. Play on. Boy, this is a good game. 17-17, 8:40 to go here. There's a pass to the nice little pass to the basket and the foul. That's a good foul by Emmanuel. That was an easy basket. Make him earn it at the line. I'm gonna get Marcus checking into the game here for the Owls. This is number 25, Elijah, I believe. Elijah at the line for Atlantis. And I'm a little frozen right now. TV, so I don't have any extra bandwidth being used. All right, here we go. We're back. Yeah, I was froze there for a little while. There's a deep pass. I'm not sure what the call is there. All right, missed a little action there. We're down 4, 21-17. Out of the basket. Boy, Coach Vadas wanted the offensive foul there, did not get it. Here is a foul. No foul there. Just out of bounds. Ball over to. Was a drive by Chestnut. Sure looked to me like he got fouled, went to the ground. Ball will stay with time to ball. And Lozier is back. It's good to see him back. Here's Marcus in the middle. Fighting for a loose ball. I guess they're going to call him a foul. I'm not sure who the foul is there. Who it's on. But the ball will go over to Atlantis. And we have a timeout here. 7:33 to go. Atlantis leading at 23-17. Stay with us. Right back to action here. Atlantis with the ball and the lead here. Kick out to the corner. Closed out well there. They're able to chase it down for a second chance opportunity. Here's a baseline move all the way to the basket and scoring. I believe that was number 15. Drew for Atlantis. Now Atlantis. I think that's the right score. Yeah, we're going to get a foul here. Scoreboard is showing 23-17. But Atlanta scored a basket, so I'm not sure if we are right here. Okay, it looks like it was a foul on Atlantis, and this sends Castro to the line, which is good because he's a good free throw shooter. He's an excellent free throw shooter, and we can use two here. Atlantis on a bit of a run here with the biggest lead of the game, or either team at 8. And Castro makes the first. And he makes both. Reliable free throw shooting from Castro has made it back to a 6-point game here. And here's a nice move there and a score. That was number 30. some pressure here by Atlantis. Goes the air, little floater. Can't get it, gotta tie that up. Well, they're gonna get a travel call, so TTB will regain possession here. Inside, it's Castro. Nice look on the finish there by Castro. Back to I guess it's a 7-point deficit right now. It's 27-20 is what the scoreboard is showing here. So step back 3 by number 27 there. That was Jeremy, unable to get that one. Here's Long with the 3 off the mark. Still can't get the 3 balls going here. Get that going, it'll make a huge difference. 6 minutes to go here, first half. It's a tough shot, but able to get that to go. That's number 15, Drew. A nice move there. And backcourt pressure by Atlantis. Astro. And Coach Pete wanted to travel. Referee says no, the ball was knocked out of his hands, so no travel there. Coach Pete unable to convince the referee, and Castro ends up with the bucket. There's another deep 3. This time able to hit it is Jeremy. That's a deep 3 there for Atlantis. Back up to a 9-point lead for Atlantis. TTB in need here of a little run, as Blackman would check right back into the game to replace Emmanuel. Gets him to nose the ear back to Blackman. That's that backcourt pressure again. Get across the half-court line to Gale. And we're going to get fouls, and this should be free throws. We're in the bonus. Rozier will go to the line for another one-on-one for TTB. There's still over 5 minutes to go here, so free throws are going to be big here for the Owls. And this is the front end. No second chance there. He's struggling at the line here early on. Already have probably 4 or 5 misses at the line here. Be a lot different here score-wise if they can hit those threes. And here's a little drive to the basket. That was number 32, Warren. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but on this court, here's Blackman. Gets it over to Gale in the corner. Into Lozier. To be able to handle that pressure from Atlantis. Still got plenty of time to shoot to set up your half-court offense. Here's a 3 on the way. Still can't hit a 3. Struggle here with the 3s here early on. Loose ball picked up by Lozier. Need the camera to move. It looks like he scored that. Oh, here's a steal. Ball was knocked away. Here's Castro. Can't get it. Puts it up and scores. That's a quick 4-0 run. Changes the scoreboard very quickly here. Atlantis able to answer back. Gale trying to draw the offensive foul. It's the second time that it looked like there could be an offensive foul there, but no call. And there's a turnover. Atlantis continuing with that pressure. They're up 9 right now. Biggest lead of the game for Atlantis was 11. TTB had a very quick 4-0 run. Got it down to 7 just a moment ago. The pace of the game has really picked up here. This is a long 2. And the rebound goes to Blackman. Gale. Gale's going to go all the way and score. Jacques Gale Atlantis answering right away, though. Atlantis has been able to answer all of TTB's mini runs here. Oh, and that pass too far for Castro. So it'll be Atlantis ball once again. 38-29. Blackman fighting off those screens. Able to get to the basket, all the way to the basket. That's number 25, Elijah for Atlantis. And we're going to have a timeout here as Atlantis has now increased their lead to 11 at 40-29. And so Coach Vadas does not want that to get any worse and wants to finish strong here in the first half with 2:34 to go. And this is an important 2:34 here to end the half. Atlantis is going to keep that pressure going. Nice job of handling that right there. When they're trapping everything, even in the center of the court. Here's a floater there by Lozier. Able to get that. Blackman almost steals that. So back to single digits. Blackman all over his man. As he drives, kick. Deep three. That's off the mark. Into the corner, they save it. Nice shot clock. In the corner again. Here's a cut to the basket. Inside. Good patience that time for Atlantis to get that bucket. Here's Nageo. In the corner, long. Tried to get it to Lozier, was cutting to the basket, got knocked away. Defended there. Let's see. No. Bucket there by number 40, Giancarlo. Really being physical here to start this game. But another foul, more free throws coming for TTB, but they haven't been able to make them pay at the line. It's very similar to their game against SCS Academy, which they won. SCS was very aggressive with backcourt pressure and a lot of fouls, but TTB made them pay at the line. They shot the free throws very well in that game. Not so far in this one. That time Lozier makes them pay by hitting both. 1:21 to go here, 11-point game, 44-33. Drive kick with a three on the way and knocking it down. That's a big three for Atlantis. Takes the wind out of the TTB sail here a little bit. There's 3 chances there. Atlantis finally able to score. Here cutting through the defense. Going to go all the way to the basket. Boy, that was incredible. Coast to coast basket there by Lozier. And winding down here the first half. And we're trying to close out strong here. And that was number 25 scoring. So TTB unable to stop him inside. Blackman, Castro, off the mark there. No threes for TTB in this first half. It's been a struggle. Here's a deep three, and that's the way we'll go into the halftime, trailing 51-35. The struggles here have been at the free throw line and with the 3-ball for TTB. Do a better job at both of those and be a much closer game. and they got to be able to handle that full court press from Atlantis, who is coming out very aggressive in this game. So stay with us. No doubt an exciting second half to come. This is Reggie, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back here to start the second half. Castro will take the ball. Gale puts up a three, knocks it down. Hopefully that starts a run here. It's the first three of the game for TTB. And it comes in the second half. Now TTB showing pressure in the backcourt. The zone trap. We saw Atlantis doing that all the first half, and it was effective. It rattled us at some point. Able to create some turnovers and score off of it. There's a deep three back the other way, and that's good. That was a deep one there by jersey number on that. There's some contact and a foul. I believe that was number 32, Warren, that had that three for Atlantis. Stepping in front of that pass with the steal. Now Atlantis trying to turn that into a transition bucket, and they do. And we're staying with that full court pressure. Rozier gets all the way to the basket, and that's definitely going to be a foul. So Anar Rozier will go back to the line. That's some first half starts. Rozier with 14 points in that first half. Gets that free throw to go. Chuck Gale had 4 points in that half. Blackman with 2. Emmanuel Pierre with 2. 11 points for Castro. Bobby Long with 2, that's a bit of a surprise. Bobby Long, one of the leader in scoring for the team. There's that zone trap again for TTB. See if he can get some turnovers off this. Oh, we got one. And a foul. A lot of fouls here for Atlantis. Put TTB on the line quite a bit in that first half. Because we're not able to take advantage of it as much as we could have. Back into Castro. Castro up top. There's Long. Gotta get him going. Yeah, the Blackman once again. Looking for that high screen. He's gonna drive. Off glass. Can't get it to go. Gotta admire Blackman's game. He just does not shy away from anybody. He'll go right up against the other team's big man. And looks like we're gonna get a timeout here with approaching the 18-minute mark. We're early here in the second half. TTB trying to get on a run here. Right back. All right, here we go. Atlantis not showing the pressure this time. It looks like they're going to do a half-court surprise press. Not much of a surprise there. Saw that one coming into the corner. Long, good look for him. Knocks it down. Bobby Long from long distance. That's my Chris Berman. That's inside. Good patience there for Atlantis. Scoring that was number 40, Giancarlo. He had 10 points in that first half for Atlantis. Here's Blackman. Now kicks. Kobe almost loses it, able to save it. In the corner. Get the ball out, and they don't get it off. So 30-second violation there for the Owls. That's their first one. We got a sub in there. I believe there's a new player in there for TTB. Jordan Witherspoon making his debut here. Boy, and Gale with a block. Gale has a few blocks in this game. A nice interior defense there for the Owls. Jordan Witherspoon, who just joined the program this week. Getting in his first action of the season. And he gets a rebound. There's Blackman. And a drive off the glass, a little too strong. A little mid-range jump shot. Good, that was number 35. For Atlantis. Rozier. Yeah, Brookman got fouled there. A lot of fouls here for Atlantis. It looks like TTB might be in the bonus early in the second half. Could make a difference down the stretch to get back in this. Lozier, he's going to drive all the way to the basket and get fouled. Connard Lozier will go to the line for the Owls. Been to the line quite a bit. Was able to get his last, I believe he's made his last 4 free throws. Going back to the first half, he was in a one-on-one and made both. I believe he made both of his first attempts here in the first half. Gets another one to go, so now the free throws are starting to fall. We got a couple of threes here in the second half, so a better start here for TTB offensively in those 2 categories that really hurt them in that first half. Rozier misses the second one. TTB can get some stops now. Out of the basket, defend it, knocked out of bounds. Good defense there. Plenty of time to shoot here for Atlantis. And they'll reset. Oh, that's a tough shot. Rebound long. Gets it over to Lozier. Looking for the high screen from Gale. Lozier takes it himself. Can't get that one to go that time. Excuse me. A reverse, that's no good. Witherspoon with the rebound. Rozier, Witherspoon 3. That's off the mark. Nice pass down low. I thought it might be stolen, but able to score quickly with that. In the transition, and now a 20-point lead here for Atlantis. TTB unable to dig into this deficit. High screen from Witherspoon. And ball will stay with TTB. That's inside Gale. Got it. Oh, maybe caught sleeping there. TTV trying to maybe set up their trap or their full court press. And Atlantis is able to turn that into a quick response to that Gale basket. Blackman. Can't believe they didn't knock call foul there. Got hit all over the place. And now Kanar gets hit all over the place. And so I don't know how many team fouls. Nick, how many team fouls does Atlantis have? Wow. Okay, so TTB yet with a foul in this half, so that's one thing they're doing well. No reset here to long. So they're in the bonus already the rest of this game. Free throws is going to be gonna get long for a travel there. Wow. Okay. It's a little frustrating. So here's TTB setting up that zone press. Trying to trap that corner. Shot. And Blackman ends up with the ball. Gets it over to Lozier. Lozier in transition's got a little bit of numbers. Well, I'm not sure what the call is there. It's just knocked out of bounds. Ball stays with the Owls. Let's see if we can get on a run here. I have Chestnut checking into the game for long. The pass inside and able to score. That's Witherspoon's first points of the season for Jordan Witherspoon. His debut, time the ball debut. And knocked away there. He passed Blackman. Great look there by Lozier to find Blackman in the open court. And so he could be with a little momentum here. Should almost wait till they pass that court to extend and get that trap. Oh, that's a tough turnaround jump shot. Can't make it any tougher than that. And they hit it. So it stops the very brief TTP run. The air gets all the way to the basket and scores. He wants the and one. Doesn't get it. And that ball's knocked out of bounds. A good save there. TTP will be able to set up their half-court defense. We get some subs coming in for Atlantis. Emmanuel coming into the game for Blackman. I'm gonna get a foul there. This is going to put number 25, Elijah, to the line for Atlantis. And the first one rims out. Second one is live here. Got to get this rebound if he misses. Is they don't get the rebound. So a second chance here for Atlantis. Here's a three ball. This would be a killer. And boy, that's number 36, Kevin. And that is a tough sequence for TTB. Unable to get that rebound with a chance to cut into this deficit. Turns into a three-point basket for Atlantis. I told you these college games are going to be really tough. Pass inside the chestnut, back out. Short on that shot is Witherspoon. Here's a steal. Rozier. He's going to go to the basket off the backboard and the back bucket. I was waiting for the call there. I was afraid he might try to call an offensive foul, but it is a blocking foul on Atlantis. Atlantis have to be a little bit worried. Got to be in some foul trouble. Anyway, so this is another and one opportunity. This is about the fourth and one opportunity for TTB in this game. And we'll see what happens when we come back here with 11:51 to go. Atlantis leading at 71-54. All right, let's see if Lozier can cut into this deficit here, which stands at 17 at the moment. Free throw here can get it down to 16, which was the halftime deficit. And he got it. That court pressure there. There's Emmanuel. That's one of the guys that can really create some turnovers here. And a travel call. So TTB pressure here, rattling Atlantis just a bit. Back to Lozier. Gotta get past the half-court line. And that pass is too long for Emmanuel. TTB showing that press. That's a backcourt. Trap in the corner there. Still plenty of time to shoot here for Atlantis. And they lose it out of bounds. So back-to-back turnovers here. Now TTB needs to cash in on the other end. Atlantis bringing in some subs. Pass inside the Witherspoon. I'm sure if he wasn't expecting it. This is a three ball. That's short. Witherspoon almost had the rebound and knocked away, but Gale picked it up. There's Lozier finding room inside. And he lost it. TTB with opportunities here to dig into this lead. Hasn't been able to cash in. One-on-one against Witherspoon, a double block there. They're going to call a foul. So Witherspoon with the foul there. We'll send the big man, Elijah, to the line for Atlantis. So the deficit here stands at 16. That's what it was at halftime. TTB with a couple opportunities to cut into that, haven't been able to do so, and now Elijah hits the first. Still plenty of time to play here. This is the second. It's got to be a push in the back, right? And this is going to be free throws, so TTB is going to have a lot of free throws in this game. already in the bonus with more than half of this second period to go. And this will be Jagale. This is a one-on-one, the first of three one-on-ones, and then they'll be in the double bonus. Gets the first. We can really make them pay for their aggressive defense. Might even have to back out of that defense. Not to mention, I'm not sure what the individual foul situation is for Atlantis, but they've piled up an awful lot of fouls in this game. Into the corner. Stolen. There's a chance. Manuel. Gets it over to Chestnut. Chestnut. Tries. Has been knocked out of his hands. It's going to be a foul. So now Chestnut will go to the line. Might dig into this, get back in this game at the line. He's not able to make the first. What a difference free throws make. And Chestnut makes both. The free throw line already paying dividends here for TTB. And a near steal there. And we're going to get a foul. The big man again, Elijah. He'll go to the line once again. He's going to get a lot of looks from that line. TTB's got this down to 13. Atlantis had as big as a 20-point lead in this game. So a little bit of momentum here for TTB as Elijah makes the first. Gotta get these rebounds though. If he misses, and he made them both. Get some subs coming back into the game. Long will come back in. Lozier will come back in. Castro's in the game. He'll bring it up himself. Oh, get some camera help there. On a turnover. I see the turnover, but that is not what we needed there. And Castro with room this time. Can't get it, but an offensive rebound and a second chance here for TTB. Here's Long from the wing. He's going to go baseline. There's that little shot that he likes. And it looks like it got tipped, but Witherspoon was there. Deep pass, quickly back the other way. There's a three on the way. That's no good. And the ball will go over to TTB. Subs again for Atlantis. No doubt Coach Pete managing the foul situation. He's got a lot of guys on the bench there, so he can spread out those fouls, and that's probably why he can afford to play such aggressive defense throughout the entire game. Here's Gale. Gale loses it. And it turns into a transition basket. Those are the mistakes we just cannot afford at this time. And let's see, we're going to get a timeout. Coach Vadas feels that Atlantis is regaining the momentum after TTB had kind of gotten a little bit back in it, had it down to 13. It's at 17 right now. The deficit with still nearly 9 minutes to go, so plenty of time in this one. Cannot give up on this one. able to handle it with no problem. Into the corner long. Gets it back out to Blackman. Blackman gets into paint. Here's a little mid-range jump shot by, is that Witherspoon? Yep. Nice touch there. Witherspoon showing some nice touch in the mid-range. Oh, that was defended well inside. That was Witherspoon on the defense. And he lost it. It looked like he got it knocked out of his hands. I guess they say he lost it. And travel there. New basket. TTB's got to cash in on this. This Atlantis team, they really bring it. From start to finish. That's into the corner. Here's Jagiel. He will score. A nice move for him. Here, TTB back to 13. Can we get it down to 10? TTB still showing that pressure. Gotta give credit to Atlantis. They've done a good job of handling it. And they're able to score off of it there. He's gonna drop quicker on that trap. A little mid-range, no good, but there's Blackman for a second chance. He loses it, but Gale was able to pick it up. And now he's got to get fouled, and they call the foul. They call the travel? No, I see the referee. No, but it can't be on the floor. We're in the bonus, so this has to be free throws. He's pointing to the sub. But it's TTB ball. Oh, there we go. Okay. We'll take the free throws right now. Okay. So Jagiel to the line. The free throw shooting has been much better here in the second half. Let's see if we can keep it going. At the first, the free throw shooting continues to be pretty good here in the second half. One can cut the deficit once again down to 13. Oh, he misses the second, so it's at 14 right now. It's still within striking distance. Gotta drop quicker. Here's a quick three and a make. That is just a killer. That's the aspect of the game that TTB hasn't been able to get right now is that three ball. What a difference it makes. Zier puts up a shot, wills his way to the basket. There's a trap. Let's see. You gotta drop. You gotta drop. You gotta have numbers. And they're able to score. You gotta give credit to Atlantis. We've been able to get the momentum, get it down to 13. Maybe sometimes you just stay with the trap a little too long. Maybe get back into your half-court defense. Because if you can just get some stops, there's a rebound by Witherspoon out quickly. Some numbers here for TTB, and Long able to make it cash in. Here's Atlantis, very quick. Here's a kick out. Three on the way. And knocking it down. These are just killer threes here by Atlantis. Hitting everything now. TTB gaining momentum and making some plays, but the threes are just killing them. I believe that's number 32. Hitting those shots into the corner here now, and it's backed up to 20, just like that. Even as TTB was able to score and get some points in transition, the three ball just kills the momentum. Moves Lozier into the corner, Blackman. And let's See what the call here is. John Gale hit that three, but no basket there as Blackman will go to the line. Tough to try to get back in the game just through the free throws when the other team is hitting threes, killer threes, and Blackman misses that one. I believe those threes are by Warren, number 32. No. Who's the one that's made the threes for Atlantis? 27. 27, Jeremy. I'll let him shoot again. Ooh, here's a corner three. That time, no good. Blackman gets the ball. Oh, he turns over. Bad turnover there, and it turns into a basket. Gotta avoid those mistakes. Here's Long all the way with the left. He's gonna go to the line. TTB at the line a lot. And they've been able to cash in some points there, but got to give credit to Atlantis. They've taken all the momentum that TTB is able to produce, and they've been able to recapture it quickly, either with turnovers or with big threes. Still just over 5 minutes to play here. Kobe Long at the line for his second of two. Gets the second. Little 20-point deficit. TTB sticking with that pressure. Cut to the basket. That's mishandled. Blackman with the ball. Goes the air. Back to the lane. Finds an opening. Can't get it to go. Loose ball. Picked up by Atlantis. And they're able to turn that into a transition basket. The mid-range jump shot, and Lazier is able to glass that in. Not sure if he called that, but it counts. Ball stays with Atlantis. Mid-range jump shot is good there. That was by number 17, Hector. Kobe Long has room, little spin move. Inside offensive rebound. But taken away. There's number 27 once again, this time missing. Inside rebound, taken away there by Gale. Hands it over to Lazier. Lazier all the way to the basket, and the foul once again. But these fouls just have to be piling up for Atlantis. We got a pause and play here. Discussion at the scoreboard here. Not sure what it's about. We're waiting for Lazier to get his and one. We've got 3:38 to play. Really running out of time here to make a move and try to win this game. TTB has had some nice momentums here in the second half. Had lead down to 13 a few times. But Atlantis with some clutch three-point shooting and that pressure defense was able to answer. I think he just hasn't been able to get it. Here's a steal, Witherspoon. Gets it back to Emmanuel. Lazier. Looking, looking, looking. But they're closing the gaps on him. And Manuel is open for a bit. Now he's going to drive. Goes off glass. And Manuel with the bucket. Almost got the steal there. Here's a three. This time no good. An offensive rebound. That's number 27 there. Nice pass inside. Blocked. And they're going to have to call the foul. Looked like a block, but this will put, who's that, number 16? Number 16 is Jaden for Atlantis. He makes one of two. Just under 3 minutes to play here in this one. Pass inside, ball stays with the Owl. Outside, Gale, open look for him, off the mark. Ball will go over to Atlantis. And we'll call the foul on the Owl. There's a three ball coming back the other way, no good. Second chance opportunity here for Atlantis inside. Blocked. Ivan kick. That's a shot made. That's Jaden with the three for Atlantis. And those have been the backbreakers there for TTB in this game. Here's Manuel once again. He'll get to the line. So more free throws for TTB. That's been a bright spot. It's getting to the line and hitting free throws. Pretty high scoring game here. Atlantis already at 100. TTB approaching 80 with still 2 minutes to go in this. And I don't know, able to make both. There's the steal. Goes the air, off glass, good. TTB once again with a little momentum here. Time running out though. Right now you have to take chances. So you'll have to give that up to try to get the steals. Gale inside. And they're going to jump it up. Coach Vada's pointing at TTB direction. It looks like TTB had the arrow. Or did they? It's going to be Atlantis ball. And that pass way too high, but saved, and then a corner three and making it. This is just unbelievable. That's Anthony with a three. I don't know if these guys are just shooting lights out or if that's the way they always shoot. Here's Lozier all the way to the basket. But this has been pretty crazy here in the second half for Atlantis with these three balls that have just been killing. I thought he was going to take another one. Pass inside. That's no good. Witherspoon with a rebound. Now time running out here. Here's Emmanuel. Pass inside. Gale off glass, able to score. ATB, got to give him credit. Almost 90 points in this game. Offensively, not the issue here. At least not in the second half, except for the three ball. Just got to get more consistent with the three ball shooting. But a lot of energy still for TTB here. They almost feel like they just want to keep playing. And are they getting the travel call? I see all the players with the signal. Oh, they call it. But now only 24 seconds to go. Atlantis is going to pull this out. Got to give him credit for some great shooting here in the second half. Here's Lozier. Offensive rebound. Off glass again. Are they going to count that basket? Just two free throws. So Lozier will go to the line. Only 20 seconds to play in this. TTB. It's probably I think this is the highest scoring game of the season. Approaching 90. As Lozier makes the first. TTB were over 50 points in this second half. They were at 35 at halftime. And Lozier makes both. Of course, because of all the Atlantis trapping the whole game and then TTB trapping in the second half. Here's a steal by Manuel. Pass inside was tipped away. Ball will stay with TTB here with 12 seconds to go. Of course, the pace of the game lends itself to a high-scoring game. Rozier thought about that three. That's inside. And we're going to get a foul here with 5 seconds to go. Blackman misses the first. And makes the second. And I think Coach Ibarra is probably telling the guys to call off the guards. And of course, Atlantis ends with a 3 ball because everything's just falling for them tonight.